Hi there, I'm Dibol Ajayi, popularly known as The Strategist, right? And in today's video, I would like to talk about one of the major things we do at Dibol Ajayi Company, which is that we work with you, either as an individual or as a company, to realize your goals along the lines of impact. So basically to realize your impact goals. And there are three expressions of service that we offer, right, in this dimension. The first expression is that we work with businesses to create their corporate social responsibility frameworks, right? So businesses who are looking at setting up, right, a CSR framework to ensure social accountability, to ensure social relevance, and to ensure, of course, social impact. The Dibol Ajayi Company is available to work with you, right? Any of our experts, any of our leaders in-house are available to sit with your team in creating a social impact framework, a corporate social responsibility framework that achieves the goals of impacting your community, the community around you, communities around your business, right? Garnering social credit, goodwill, social capital, from the environment, from the society, as well as also eventually hitting your bottom line, right? Another major thing we do is that we work with nonprofits. We work with nonprofits to help establish their work, right, in a manner that positions them to generate the kind and levels of support that they desire and need in the medium to long term, especially funding, right? I've met and worked with a lot of nonprofit founders who do not know what to do and how to position themselves to receive funding. As I always say, receiving funding for a nonprofit is probably more difficult, right, than receiving funding as a business. There is a way to go about it, right? And it affects what you do and how you do what you do. From your process design, your brand design, your narrative, right, your thematic focus, all of these affect your positioning in being able to attract the support and the funding you require for the growth and sustained impact of that initiative. So we work with nonprofits in developing that framework, that roadmap, right, to position you to access funding for that initiative. Another thing we do in this impact dimension is that we work with businesses to achieve what we call sustainability, right? So we call this our sustainable business solutions, right? And what this kind of means or speaks to is that there are businesses who are looking to apply sustainable practices, to apply sustainable frameworks in their value creative process, right? And you can apply sustainable practices in a few ways, right? One of the ways you can look at that is in terms of waste, right? How are you dealing with waste as an organization, right? Are you dealing with waste in the most effective means possible? What about your branding and packaging? Are you using materials that are eco-friendly, that are environment-friendly, and that help the growth and sustainability of the ecosystem around you? Or are you using materials that are pollutive in nature, right? What about in your power generation, right? Are you using renewable sources of power generation, or are you using carbon-based power generative, tools? These are some ways. We can even also look at how you handle your people, right? Do you handle the people that work in your organization with a mindset of social impact? Do you just see them as slaves, or do you see them as individuals whom you have a responsibility of growth and development towards, right? So how strong is your L&D framework as an organization? That's your learning and development framework as an organization. And how passionate are you about the growth, right? About the increase and the improvement of the people that work in your organization, right? These are a few things, these are a few areas that we look at when we talk about sustainability. We also look at cost. How can you effectively reduce costs in your organization? How can you effectively do that? These are some of the ways, these are some of the things that we look at as an organization, right, to help position you to be sustainable in nature. So we'd like you to work with us. right? Send us an email, as you can see on the screen, info@debolaajayi.com. If you need our help in any of these areas, we're happy to sit with you. We provide strategy and coaching sessions in this area. We're happy to sit with you, and in some cases, we're also happy to consult for you and do the necessary documentation, do the necessary ideation, and do the necessary creation that will position you to be effective and to achieve the goals and the objectives that you've set out for yourself as an organization. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, see you.